Know a place that you can go down on the farm, where the cows all do the do-si-do down on the farm. Meet Farmer Jill and Randolph and a smart computer too. So come on in and join the fun down on the farm. Down on the farm.
Well, hello there. I'm Farmer Jill, and this is Down on the Farm. Do you know what farmers do? We grow food, all kinds of food. Almost everything that people eat or drink comes from a farm. Let's say you had cereal for breakfast. Well, that comes from a farm. Or maybe a boiled egg in toast. That comes from a farm too, much like this one. There are all kinds of things that farmers have to do in order to grow food and raise animals. Can you think of what they might be? Well, you watch this and see if you can tell.
There's lots of work to do on a farm, especially if you have a mixed farm like this one. A mixed farm means you grow crops like wheat, barley, or canola for food, and you also raise animals. Some animals are raised for their milk. Others are raised for food. But down on the farm, we have both. That means we're pretty busy keeping up with our chores. Chores is just another word for work, and boy, do we have plenty. Every morning, we've got to get up early and milk the cows. And then the pigs need to be fed. They don't take kindly to having to wait around for their meal. Oh, and hey, what about the chickens? Down on the farm, we have lots of animals, and they all need to be looked after. We also grow wheat and canola. After planting in the spring, we've got to check on the crop regularly to make sure it's growing well. On a summer's day, there's not a prettier sight than a field of blooming yellow canola. You see, canola seeds are crushed into oil that's used to make margarine and other foods. After checking the crops, there's always a little more hoeing to do around the garden. Maybe the cows need some more hay. Say, wasn't the tractor making a funny noise this morning? Better take a look at that. Gosh, that darn fence post is loose again. Gotta fix that. And what about the horses, Big Jim and Duke? They need a bit of a run. How about hooking them up to the wagon and taking them for a ride? And you know Lester the llama? Well, he'd like his oats, please. Yep, down on the farm, it seems the chores just never end.
Well, as you can tell, a farmer's life is really busy doing all those chores. When I have a lot of work to do, I like to sing a song. Makes the work go better.
Farmer's life is busy, there's lots of things to do. You're up before the sunrise and into bed by 2. That's 2 o'clock in the morning, not the afternoon. And then, my friend, you're up again when the cows begin to moo. Oh, chores, 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 working outside or indoors. If you know this song, then sing along and work won't be so boring. Chores, 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 working outside or indoors. And when you sing, you'll find your work takes less time than before. From early in the morning till very late at night, a farmer's always busy checking everything's all right. Now wait just a minute. I think I hear a moo. Who forgot to fix the fence post? Oh, the cows are getting through. Ah, chores, 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 working outside or indoors. If you know this song, then sing along and work won't be so boring. Chores, 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 working outside or indoors. And when you sing, you'll find your work takes less time than before. Chores.
what that sound is? That's Randolph the Rooster.
Hello, Farmer Jill.
Hi, Randolph. What you doing?
I was just doing what we roosters do. We crow when it's time to get up, and we crow when it's time to go to sleep, or just because we feel like it, we like to crow.
And you do it very well.
Why, thank you, Farmer Jill.
Well, you do other things as well, don't you?
Oh, yes. As chief rooster down on the farm, I hold a very responsible position. I make sure the chickens in the hen house lay their eggs on time. I'm very particular about time, you know.
Really? Well, then
And I also make weather predictions, Farmer Jill.
Oh, and
I can tell you exactly what the weather will be today.
And how will you do that?
With precise mathematical calculations. Here, let me show you.
Oh, what are you doing, Randolph?
Oh, can you take that?
Sure, I can help. Anything else?
Well, I got my pencil here. Now I'll just figure this out. According to my calculations, the weather will be sunny today with no chance of rain. Oops.
I think you'll have to go over those calculations again, Randolph.
Gee, I was sure I had it right that time.
Excuse me, Randolph. It's the cell phone. Hello? Well, hello, Alex. It's Alex, my talking computer. He's calling from the computer room. Yes, Alex? Oh, you have something you'd like to show me? Well, yes, I'll be there right away. Bye. Let's go meet Alex in the computer room. Hi, Alex. What's up?
Hello, Farmer Jill. My computer sensors indicate Randolph was talking to you about weather.
Well, that's right, Alex.
As you know, Farmer Jill, weather is very important for growing food. I've scanned my internal memory banks and I've found a video file on weather. Now loading and switching to main screen. Weather is made up of 4 things: heat, cold, moisture, and wind. Too much sun can make too much heat, and that can dry out plants. A long, dry spell is called a drought. Too much rain or moisture is just as bad. It keeps plants from growing quickly. Next is cold. If it gets too cold, frost will form on plants. That's bad if the crop hasn't ripened yet or it's still in the field. Another sign of bad weather is hail. Hail is rain that turns into ice on the way down to the ground. Hail can destroy a crop in seconds. And finally, wind. A gentle breeze can dry a wet field, even if the sun isn't shining. Weather is not always predictable, and that's why every day farmers all over the world look to the sky, searching, wondering what the day will bring.
Well, thank you for that report, Alex.
You're welcome, Farmer Jill. I'll let my circuits cool now.
Okay. Bye, Alex. Let's go back into the barn. Did you hear that? I heard it again. Look at this. It's a kitten. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Yeah.
Hello? Anybody home?
Oh, it's Dr. Spence. He's a veterinarian, an animal doctor. Come on in, Dr. Spence.
Just out in the pasture checking your cows, and I thought I'd stop by the barn and say hello.
Well, you came just in time. I just found a kitten here in the hay bales.
Well, hello there, little fella. Ooh, let's take a look at you, huh?
What you looking for, Dr. Spence?
Well, the first thing I'm looking for is the overall appearance of the kitten. See, you can learn a lot about an animal just by looking at him. Now, you see, this little kitten's coat is nice and shiny, and that's good. Now, if its coat were dirty and maybe patches of hair falling out, well, it could be sick. Might even have parasites, little bugs that make animals and humans sick. But no, this coat looks fine. Now, let's take a look at the eyes and nose. Well, the kitten's nose can be a touch moist, but if it's moist and crusty because of too much mucus, well, then the kitten might have a cold. Yes. Now, let's check his eyes for clearness and the ears. Now, if a kitten's ears are dirty, it could have ear mites. Again, that's a nasty little bug that shouldn't be there. Now, the teeth and the gums. Yes, the gums should be nice and pink. Oh, everything looks pretty good on this little fella.
Well, now, what would I feed him?
Well, it doesn't look like he's quite weaned yet, so he's most likely still drinking milk from his mother. And if that's the case, she should be around here somewhere, probably just outside the barn somewhere.
But what if we can't find her?
Well, I'll tell you what, Farmer Jill. I'll help this little fellow look for his mommy. And if we can't find her, I'll bring him right back here.
Thanks, Dr. Spence.
Oh, you're welcome, Farmer Jill.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You know, I bet that kitten would have liked a nice bowl of milk. You know, there's nothing better than a glass of cold milk. Do you know where milk comes from? Well, sure, it comes from the store, but do you know who makes milk?
I know, Farmer Jill.
It's Connie the cow. Hi, Connie.
I know all about milk, Farmer Jill. Milk is my business.
Okay, Connie, how do you make milk?
Well, just watch this, Farmer Jill. Yep, you guessed it. Cows make milk, and we dairy cows are the best at making milk. We're a special breed of cow that produces more milk than other kinds of cows. Dairy cows eat a variety of grass and chopped up hay. We also eat wheat, oats, and other grains to help us produce milk. When the cow eats grass, hay, or grain, the food called feed ends up in one of the cow's 4 stomachs. That's right, we cows have 4 stomachs. As the feed is digested, it moves from stomach to stomach. When it becomes milk, it moves to the cow's udder. That's where the white creamy liquid is stored until the cow is ready to be milked. Most dairy farmers put their cows in a barn like this one. It makes it easy to milk a lot of cows at once. It used to be that a farmer would milk a cow by hand. That may be okay for a farmer with just a few cows. But these days, dairy farmers milk their cows with machines like this one because it goes faster. Before a cow is milked, the farmer must clean the cow's udder with an antiseptic. This helps kill germs and protects the cow from disease. The farmer then attaches the milking machine to the cow. The machine uses suction to bring the milk from the cow up a tube and into an overhead collecting pipe. The pipe takes the milk and sends it to the storage room. There it goes into a big, shiny metal container where the milk is stored until it is ready to be picked up. Then,
A big tanker truck comes from the dairy and picks up all the milk the cows produced that day. That milk will be used to make food like butter, cottage cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and a whole lot of other products people eat. So, the next time you pour yourself a glass of milk, you'll know who made it for you.
So that's how you make milk, Connie.
That's right, Farmer Jill. Just moo for milk.
We have ourselves a milk cow. Connie is her name. She likes to spend her days outside and play this funny game. Whenever she needs milking, she calls her friends nearby. And they all stand together on the hill and start to cry. Oh, moo for milk. Moo for milk. It's pretty darn easy if you try. Everybody moo for milk. Oh, moo for milk. Moo for milk. It's so darn easy when you try. Everybody moo for milk. Next time you see a milk cow, remember she's your friend. She works all day on grass and hay, and lots of time she'll spend. So when you get real thirsty and nothing else will do, here's a drink that makes you think cows made this just for you. Oh, moo for milk. Moo for milk. It's pretty darn easy if you try. Everybody moo for milk. Oh, moo for milk. Moo for milk. It's so darn easy when you try. Everybody moo for milk. That was a lot of fun, Connie.
Well, I'd better go and make some more milk, Farmer Jill. Goodbye.
All right, Connie. Bye. You know, singing about milk makes me think of a story. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Farmer Jill.
All right, you know, I have a story for you today. When I was a little girl, we had a dairy farm. Now, each morning and each evening, we had to milk the cows. So my father would open the great door at the end of the barn, and you would hear the clomp, clomp, clomp of the cows' hooves along the cement walkway. Then you would see their heads turn into the stall, and then you would hear a clank, and that meant the stanchion was closed and the cow couldn't move until after milking time. Well, I was just a little girl then, and I loved milking time. But there was one thing that always scared me. It was Lily with the horns. Now, when Lily was out in the pasture during the day, and I would go out to play because we had a fort in the woods just in the pasture. And when I would try to get into the pasture, and I would look over the fence, see if they were around, and I would see Lily way off, and she was munching the grass, and it seemed like she knew. As soon as I crawled over the fence, she'd put her great head up, and she'd look over to where I was, and I would quickly crawl over the fence on the other side, because Lily scared me. I don't know what I thought she'd do to me, but I knew it was something terrible. Well, at milking time, Lily was the first one in the barn, and she would clomp, clomp, clomp down the cement walkway. Well, there was only one place I could hide, and that was in the milk parlor at the far end of the barn. It had a wooden door that had big cracks in it, and it didn't have a doorknob. So the only way I could keep that door shut was by holding on to a rope. And I would hold on to that rope, and it was hooked at the top of the door on a nail. And my father would open the great door at the end of the barn, and you would hear the cows, especially Lily, walking down the cement walkway, clomp, 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 and then through the crack in the door I would see her head turn. But one morning, I didn't see her head turn. She stayed at the door. She sniffed at the crack in the door, and I could see her big nose through the crack, and I was so quiet so she wouldn't hear or see me. And then she bumped her great big nose against the door, and the door swung open. And there I was, staring up at Lily's great big nose with her horns above that. And then Lily did something I never thought she would. She stuck out her great big tongue and she licked my face. Now, I don't think Lily knew about children. I think maybe she thought that I was just another calf. And that's the end of the story. I wonder who that is.
Hi, Farmer Jill.
It's Marty McGregor, my neighbor. Come on in, Marty.
Thank you. You know what, Farmer Jill? I was walking by your property line, and I saw this big hole in your fence. So I got my hammer and my nails, and I fixed it for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Marty. That was real neighborly of you.
You're welcome. And I brought my guitar and my harmonica because I know you like to sing.
Well, that's a good thing. How about we sing a song, neighbor?
All righty.
1, 2, 3. I was riding in my car and I didn't get too far when I hit a big old nail in the road. And there I was with a flat tire when a man came driving by and he fixed up that old flat tire as good as gold. That's neighborly.
Neighborly.
Real neighborly.
Neighborly.
Everybody's helping out. Look, 1,
2,
3. When you see someone in need, take the time and do the deed. Come
When you
on,
give a little bit of help, that's neighborly. Last week, old Farmer Bill, he was walking up the hill, dragging 6 bales of hay right behind. Well, I stopped to pick him up, and he jumped into my truck, and we got those bales of hay to the cows on time.
That's neighborly.
Neighborly.
Real neighborly.
Neighborly.
Everybody's helping out. Look, 1,
2,
3.
When you see someone in need, take the time and do the deed. When you give a little bit of help, that's neighborly.
There's nothing like the feel of knowing friends are real.
And they're ready, able, willing, day or night.
And you can count on friends who know, 'cause they never let it show.
When they go to help, they do it 'cause it's right.
That's neighborly.
Neighborly.
Real neighborly.
Neighborly.
Everybody's helping out. Look, 1,
2,
3. When you see someone in need, take the time and do the deed. When you give a little bit of help, that's neighborly. When you give a little bit of help, that's neighborly. Come on, give a little bit of help, that's neighborly. Yeah.
That's Randolph telling me it's time to do my chores.
And I got chores to do too. Oh well, I better go.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
See you again. And we'll see you all next time down on the farm. Bye.
Know a place where you can go down on the farm, where the cows all do the do-si-do down on the farm. Meet Farmer Jill and Randolph and a smart computer too. So come on in and join the fun down on the farm. Down on the farm.